Hello, welcome back to Larry's Fountain Pens. I'm Larry the Pen Bug Guy, and today we're going to go over some inks. I do fountain pens, I do inks, paper, journals, notebooks, messenger bags, and gel pens, and other cool stuff. So, today's video is about a certain ink, one ink. And Mr. Announcer, would you like to say the name and the whole thing of that?
It is Scribes ink, dark slate blue, and it's waterproof document ink.
Okay, that's a new ink that's out. And Brian, a friend of mine from the Pen Thing store, sent me some samples of the ink twice. And they were wrapped up very well, but for some reason, the lid was loose and all the ink and all three vials leaked out. So, yeah, the box inside was ink. And what was weird, after I washed them out, I put water in them and I dropped them, on the floor. And they didn't come open, didn't leak out or nothing. So, I don't know what happened. But anyway, Brian, thank you so much for even just thinking about me. I appreciate that. So, shortly after that, the next day followed, a special thanks to Wayne out there. He sent me a bottle of the same thing, and here it is. And Mr. Announcer, the name of that ink again is what? It is the new ink that's out, the new document ink. It's
Scribes ink, dark slate blue.
And that's what that is. He sent me. So, you know what? I said, wow, what luck. And it was wrapped up and nothing happened. It was cool. In fact, I have never had any incidents receiving inks, but only those 2 times. I don't know why. Maybe it's a ink goes. But anyway, here's this ink that we heard, well, that I've heard a little bit about, but I've never have used it yet. I haven't written with the ink yet, but I did some paper tests on it. So, first I want to take you with the Life. This is one of my favorite papers, and it holds ink real well. I mean, base stay blue, I mean, it holds them all. And then here is the document right here. The blue, the dark slate blue, yeah, Scribes, okay, right there, waterproof. Right here. So let me show you the other side. And look at that bleed through. And this is on Life. And that's the first ink that's ever done this. I can take you a trip back and show you some other inks that they all done real well with this paper. No problems whatsoever, but only with the dark slate blue waterproof document ink. So I went a little further than that. I said, you know what, let's try some other papers. Mr. Announcer, name that one.
Kokuyo.
The famous Japanese paper, Kokuyo. Another nice paper that I like. Good papers. I like quality paper. Okay. And here it is again, right here. And let's flip it over. And you got bleed through. Wow. Okay. Well, I said, let's try it on Clairefontaine. There we go there. 90G paper. Boom. You got it right there again. So, I said, let's try it on the Rhodia dot grid. And this is, I believe, 90. No, this is 80. Boom. Right there. And bleed through again. Well, is there no ink to it? Here's the Nemethon paper, another fine paper. And major bleed through. So, those are all the papers. Of course, I didn't say Tomo River, I don't think, did I? Tomo River paper, here we go. This is my favorite paper. And I really put it on there real thick. And you had some bleed through, but over all the papers, Tomo River paper, the thinnest of them all, actually held the ink better than the rest of the paper. I'm impressed. Had some bleed through there, some showed through, but the rest of the papers, they all had some quite a bit of show through and bleed through severely. So now it took over a minute for this to dry, maybe 2 minutes or longer. I didn't time it, but I knew it was a minute plus because I have things I was doing, so I left it at that. So it takes a while to dry. Okay, so my next test with this ink will be not today, but on another video. I'm going to ink up some pens and I'm going to write with it and see what kind of bleed through, show through, and how long it takes to dry. I'm going to use these same papers I just showed you, and I'll probably use a 1.5, or I may use bigger nibs maybe a medium, a fine, 1.5, maybe a 1.9, a 2.5, but some big nibs, and just ink it up and see what kind of effect you get from writing, because this is waterproof document ink. And then I may or may not do the water test, that same review. I might save it for another. So I hope you found this ink and paper review interesting. I know I did, and I know I found out a lot of new things. I think, when you're dealing with pens, inks, and paper, or anything for that matter, it's an ongoing learning process. Do I know everything about inks, paper, and pens? No, I don't. I'll be the first to admit that. But I don't think there's anybody in the fountain pen world that does. I would think they would all agree with me, and they would say that it's they always learn something new, something different. It's a learning process. You keep learning, you keep exploring, and you step out of the box and you test, and you see how things fit together. So I hope you found this paper and ink test interesting. I really have. I've learned some stuff now, some new stuff. Cool. If you haven't signed up for Larry's Fountain Pens, hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button. Hey, it gives me some help there. And thank you for joining me on Larry's Fountain Pens. And I want to thank each and every one of you, and I mean it. Peace. Love you guys. You're dynamite. Take care. To my next one. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. See ya.